regular season, postseason combined. And he gets hit by the first pitch here and gets right in Maldonado's ear. The benches are clearing in the American League Championship Series. Everybody doing their very best to keep their cool, but Garcia's losing his, going right at Maldonado. Bullpens have emptied. Now, more important than ever right now that everybody keeps their cool, understanding the bigger picture of this series and this season.
Well, you can understand why he's so hot. That's a 97-mile-per-hour fastball up near the shoulder. And a lot of it might have to do with how long he walked after he'd hit that home run. But you can understand why he's heated.
This is not the first time that these guys have been in the middle of it. This is the trot you're talking about. Look, this is the biggest home run of his life. It doesn't matter what he does.
Right.
He shouldn't have to wear 100. And then his next time up gets drilled. You go back to the regular season. He and Maldonado have exchanged words before. A couple ejections in a game in July. And it had to do with guys getting thrown at back and forth and chirping. You meet 13 times during the regular season. You meet in the championship series. In-state rivals and things boiling over here in a critical game 5.
And I think Abreu was trying to plead his case that that's not what he was intending to do. You knew the first pitch was going to be inside after that long home run.
So we showed this prior to one of the games in Houston. Earlier this season, beanball war there. Garcia then hits a home run. And once he gets to home plate, more words exchanged with Maldonado, and the bench is cleared. It was pretty tame there. It was actually Maldonado and Simeon that wound up getting ejected when the dugout's cleared.
Well, the umpires are trying to figure out if the intent. Now, they can throw Abreu out of the game if they choose. If they think that the intent was definitely to hit him, and of course they're going to deal with Garcia and his ability to maybe either go after Maldonado. But either way, you got first and second, nobody out in a tight game. And to your point, as long as nobody loses their cool, you could see that fastball just rides up and in.
I know he's pleading his case that it wasn't on purpose. All signs point to it being on purpose. And it's just dumb. I mean, you're down by 2 runs. You put a guy on just to prove a point. Well, your season on the line.
But that's what he was trying to say there. Like that was not what I was trying to do. Trying to bury a fastball in, yes, and the ball just rides up. And I know the circumstances smell a little differently, but first and second, nobody out, and I think they just threw out Abreu.
So the umpires not convinced that one just got away from Brian Abreu, who only hit 3 batters all regular season.
And Dusty will end up going too.
And he will join Abreu.
And Dusty has a case. I mean, this is a tough call for the umpires. I mean, you could, like you said, no one's going to, why would you want to put a second runner on and have first and second, nobody out? But the circumstances around the home run were just too close to each other, and the umpires were in a tough spot to make that call, and they had to make the call that they viewed the intent was on purpose. And Dusty's going to say second pitch.
And this place has become an absolute madhouse. We silenced the first 2 games here. Dusty's team taking early leads, taking the crowd out of the game. Did it again today. The Rangers have come back, taken the lead. And intensity ratcheted another notch.
Now the question will be whether Garcia is allowed to stay in the game. And I'm sure the umpires will be meeting on that. But
it's Jordan Alvarez, fellow Cuban superstar, grabbing a hold of him. Right, it's not good for anybody. Right, it's not good if he meant it. It's not good if he didn't. And Dusty Baker ejected as well. So Brian Abreu's been thrown out of this game. It's 4-2 Texas with the walk to Carter, and then Garcia getting hit first and second, and Dusty still hanging out.
I mean, I understand the argument Dusty's making, and especially the light of the game. You know, you see one pitch that gets hit. Now, granted, it's the first one. We've already digested all the things that led up to it. You might see warnings, but it is in the discretion of the umpires to be able to throw you out without a warning, and that's what they did.
Yeah, just getting this all sorted out still.
And they will be throwing Garcia out of the game as well. I didn't think they could do one and not the other.
Yep, so Garcia leaves. Yeah, it's a Gold Glove finalist there. They're going to be without at the top of the 9th inning. Travis Jankowski gets ready to run for him.
All this being said, tune in to Game 6.
Ooh, baby. These teams have been waiting a long time to have a series that matters this much. Yeah, it was just kind of ripe to boil over like this. Battle for Texas. Battle for the American League pennant. While they get this all sorted out, gives us a chance to look at StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. The biggest swing of this game, the 3-run home run from Adolis Garcia.
108 miles off the bat. You see what the Major League Baseball average is, and you see how far it went.
Dak loved it. Big Rangers fan. Watching his club take a lead in this critical Game 5. Garcia, right after hitting that 3-run home run, his next time up there, wears it. Bench is clear, bullpen's clear. Everybody's healthy. Doesn't look like anybody got hurt in it. A couple rejections. Everybody should be good to go for the remainder of the series. Yeah, these Texas rivals who've been playing for the silver boot for the decade they've been facing off in the division and back to interleague play, this time playing for the American League pennant.
I mean, you just think about that emotion. They haven't won a home game. Houston's been kicking their tail in their ballpark. So that swing and that homer for that whole kind of the whole year had to feel good. And they took the lead for the first time.
You had to be wondering, how long can this go on? Is this just going to be the entire time we play here? Because they're running out of time in their last home game in this series. Are we going to stop them? Is our offense going to find it? Rangers had to be asking. Now, this Houston team scored 18 runs the first 2 games here. Jordan Montgomery starting the game. And then so far, the relief corps has held the Rangers to just, or the Astros to just 2.
I don't know if the Rangers will do this, but you know the greatest time to steal a base
right now
is when you don't think they're going to steal a base. All that time and all the you're going to get to get ready for Presley.
So Presley's getting ready to go. Tom Verducci, what was your take on that from down there?
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. It does go back to that bad blood back in July. That involved Marcus Semien. He thought he was hit on purpose by a pitch from Framber Valdez. And when he scored on a home run, Maldonado told him, we're going to win this game just like we beat you all the time when we played you with Oakland. Semien then hit a home run and came back and told him, we are going to win this game. And it resumed again on that Garcia grand slam that you showed. Watching this replay here, you see where Maldonado is set up. He's not looking for a pitch in, and I can't believe that Houston would want to put another runner on base here in the 9th inning, down 2. But that's what the hit by pitch did. Remember, Abreu walked the leadoff batter as well, but I think the history allowed Garcia to react as quickly and as strongly as he did, because he took that as a purposeful pitch.
Tom, any idea what's going on here with Dusty? It looked like he was thrown out of the game, but he's still in the dugout. Tom's going to go try and dig into that, but it looks like the umpires are telling him, let's go, you're out of here. Kenny, what's your take on this whole thing?
Obviously, Abreu was not throwing at Garcia purposely, but given the emotions of the moment, I can understand the decision by the umpires. I can also understand why Dusty Baker didn't like that decision. Situation like this, the umpire's job is to get control of the game. That's what they were trying to do.
That's a strong take, obviously. Not throwing at him. And now Dusty does make his way back to his office. Well, with all those things sorted out, Ryan Presley comes into the game. 4-2 Texas. The series is tied 2 games apiece in a best of 7. It shifts to Houston after this one. Leody Taveras, the hitter. 2 on, nobody out. Lays the bunt down. Foul.